What are we doing, Josh?
Today we're going to be working on Sneaker's stay and also his a little bit more recall, turning it into the follow.
Something very difficult for him.
Yeah. Our friend up there walking by.
Yeah,
with her
our
golden-
neighbor and her golden retriever up there walking. This is hard for him just because he's never been asked to do this before and he's used to moving around at free will.
Yes.
And so to ask him to stay, although that sounds very simple, it's very difficult for him just because he's new at it. It'll get easier as he practices.
Yeah, it gets easy eventually. But in the beginning, it's very interesting to watch a dog go through this process, and they all do. But the concepts are so easy for them to understand, so there's not a whole lot of learning curve, you know? It's just stay. They pick up on that very quick. Or the recall, they pick up on that really quick. But the thing that he's new to is listening.
Yeah.
And that's hard. So if I say stay, he can't move until I say the release, right? So you see the brain having to fight the impulse to move. Every time he thinks about moving, he has to stop himself, which is probably like, at this point, every half a second, right? So then he's got to keep himself in line. And now he's sitting here, he's keeping himself in check. He's holding
He looks
himself
so
accountable
good.
there. So that's when I'm telling him, that's a good boy, good job. Right? So this is already difficult, but we got to up the ante because we need these dogs to be solid. So we always add in distractions as well. This little guy is a great distraction.
Something that he's either going to want to run after and chase or get scared and run away from. Either way, he learns to stay. And it just proofs and preps for real world stuff. Good job. He should turn and look back at Josh. Good boy. Another thing he's learning is when he hears good boy, that's not a release. That just means we like what you're doing. Keep doing it.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to getting a dog trained up so that you can live with them, just let them sit here, so that you can live with them peacefully without, all the stress. It's really, you need that solid stay, you need a solid recall, and you need a good walk. If you can have those three things, that's the basics. That's the foundation of being able to have a pretty successful life with a dog. So, as you can see, that's what we're working. That's what our program really is. A couple stay commands, a solid recall, and a good walk. Good. Good. It's unbelievable how difficult this is for the dogs that come through here. That's good.
And then now he'll probably release him and then go to the recall.
Break.
Good job. And that recall was hard for him too. He always turned it into a game. He had me chasing him around the yard that first night.
Oh,
He literally will look at you and be like, no.
and love every second of it.
Yes.
That's the fun part of the day. Now we get to play this game when you want me to come inside. I've seen that's definitely been patterned in there at home. Chasing them around. Who knows how they get them inside? Probably either
To go get him and pick him up.
or finding a bribe.
Yes.
You want this? Come here. You want this? Gotcha. That kind of thing. So, he definitely, the first night you're saying let's go inside, and he's like,
Yeah. Literally, he'd look at me and laugh.
so then we're just like come on, let's go. And it's just, the game's over. Good boy.
Here's going to be a recall.
Put the test here. Come.
There's the beep. Oh, look at that recall. And then what happens is he creates pride. He's proud to listen. He's happy to listen. Oh, he's so cute.
Stay. Hard.
Very hard.
But he's doing really well. Good.
Aww.
He knows I like that.
You're starting to see a dog who's shifting into wanting to listen, being proud to listen, and offering behaviors they think we will like versus pretty much the opposite.
Yeah. Yep. Once you tap into that part where they want to please you, you're in the good
Yeah.
territory there. I'm starting to see a lot of that myself with him. You see, he laid down. He knows I like that.
Yeah.
He laid down, and then I go over and I let him know that's good.
Yeah.
So he's got me on his mind. He's trying to say, what would this guy want me to do in this situation? And as long as he keeps that relationship with me, then all of a sudden it generalizes to whatever we're doing. He's just thinking, how would he want me to behave? And so what is that? Follower, right? So then I'm leading, he's following. All of a sudden life becomes pretty nice. Good boy. Sneakers. Come. That's it, buddy. That's it.
Okay, now we're taking that recall and we're adding one more thing to it. We're starting what we call the follow, which means Sneakers is going to be following him in a straight line. This is our pre-heel session. All Josh has to do to turn this into the nice walk is turn around and start walking forwards. And it's just a really nice precursor to that heel, which will turn into his nice walk.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
He's so cute.
That's a good boy.
This is way harder than it looks because we're not restraining him, right? So he could literally run in every which direction except following Josh. He could also lay down and refuse to move. He could run over to me. So he's got lots of options and he's choosing to listen, and that's what it's all about. Nice job, Sneaky.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Bam. Beautiful session. Great job, Josh.
Wow, look at him.
Aww. Giving you the hip.
Yes, he's being very soft. Good.
Cutie. He's like a little toy.
Stay. Yes, this is good. Look at this. Wow. So this is him really trying to please. You know, I see a lot of that. This is going to end up going into a really good space. I'd say another week down the road.
He's going to be a rock star.
Oh, yeah. He's waiting. Sneaker. Break.
Good job, Sneaky.